It was October 16th, 1793. Paris breathes like a wounded animal. I remember the cold first. Not the cold of winter, but the cold of stone, the walls of the conciergerie sweating with damp, as if the prison itself were alive and afraid. The guards wake me before dawn. Their lantern light trembles on the walls like restless ghosts. They say my name, but not the way they used to. Not Your Majesty, just the prisoner. I rise slowly, my hands shake, though I try to still them. I am 37 years old, Queen of France, widow of Louis XVI, condemned to die by guillotine. I have heard the machine before. Even here, inside these stone chambers, the sound travels through the city like a metallic heartbeat, the dull thud of the falling blade, followed by the roar of a crowd that has forgotten mercy. They cut my hair. The executioner's assistant works quickly, hacking away the pale strands at the back of my neck. The blade must fall cleanly, they say. The guillotine requires a bare neck. The hair falls onto the floor like pieces of my life. Strange, what the mind remembers in the final hours, the palace gardens, the smell of roses at Versailles. My children's laughter echoing through marble halls, and then the trial, the accusations, treason. Conspiracy, corruption, even things too vile to repeat, the crowd believed every word. Outside, Paris is already awake. I hear the carts, the shouting, the restless tide of voices gathering for the spectacle. Executions during the Revolution have become theatre. They say the guillotine is humane, a quick death, a scientific death. The blade weighs around 40 kilograms, angled so gravity pulls it faster, cleaner. The physicians who designed it believed it would bring equality to death itself, noble or peasant, all the same beneath the steel. But no one speaks of what happens after. There are whispers among the prisoners that the head lives for a few seconds, that eyes blink, that lips try to speak, that consciousness lingers. I do not know if it is true. Soon, perhaps, I will. They bind my hands behind my back. The rope burns my wrists as they lead me outside. A wooden cart waits, the same kind used for livestock, now used for the condemned. They do not give me the dignity of a carriage. The ride to the Place de la Révolution takes nearly an hour. All of Paris watches. People line the streets like shadows. Some shout insults, others stare with the quiet fascination reserved for the edge of death. A woman throws something that strikes my shoulder, rotten fruit. Children climb onto barrels to see better. I try not to look at their faces, but I hear them. Widow Capet monster, look at the Austrian. The cart creaks forward, and above the crowd. I see it, the guillotine. It stands in the square like a red skeleton against the morning sky. Fresh blood stains the wooden frame. Dozens have died here already this week. The blade glints in the pale autumn sun. For a moment, the world grows strangely quiet. I realize something then. This machine was built to end lives. Efficiently, cleanly. But the crowd is not here for efficiency. They are here to watch the moment between life and nothing. The cart stops. My legs feel strangely light as they lead me toward the scaffold. Each step echoes inside my skull like a countdown. The executioner is waiting, Charles Henry. Sanson, he has executed kings, criminals, and revolutionaries alike. His hands move with the calm precision of a surgeon. He does not look cruel. This is what frightens me most. I climb the wooden steps. Halfway up, I stumble and accidentally step on his foot. "Pardon me, sir," I whisper automatically. The words slip out before I can stop them. The last recorded sentence of a queen. At the top, the wind brushes my neck where my hair once was. They place me beneath the frame. Up close, the guillotine is enormous. The blade sits high above, held by a simple rope and latch. Gravity waits patiently inside it. A doctor once claimed that consciousness might survive several seconds after decapitation. I wonder what those seconds feel like. Do you hear the crowd? Do you see the sky? Or do you see something else waiting? They force me forward. The wooden lunette closes around my neck with a hollow clack. The wood smells of iron and old blood. Below me is a basket lined with straw. I can see the executioner's hand gripping the release lever. The crowd goes silent. Even Paris holds its breath, and in that final moment, I hear something. Not the crowd, not the blade. A whisper dots oft, close to my ear, as if someone else were already waiting inside the basket below. And then the rope is pulled. The blade falls. And for the briefest instant, I am still here. I see the sky spinning above the square. I see the crowd erupting in cheers. I see my own body collapse beneath the machine. And in the darkness of the basket below, something moves in the straw, something that has been waiting for every head that falls, waiting for the moment when the eyes are still open, waiting for the last flicker of life. And as the darkness closes in, I realize the most terrifying truth of all. The guillotine does not take you to death. It only delivers you to whatever is already waiting.